Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to do a full face of H&M makeup. I have everything here, so I'm going to get stuck in. Some of these pieces are reduced makeup. You can always find a stand in H&M that has reduced makeup, from eyeshadow to lip liners, everything. So to start off, I'm going to start with primer, and this is the Nourishing Primer Oil Preps and Hydrate Natural Glow, and this was $14.99. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So it has the drops. So I'm going to put this on my face. This smells like it has tea tree oil in it, which I'm not saying is bad because that is meant to be good for your skin. But there is like a strong scent, and it smells like tea tree oil. It does feel very nice. It feels a bit oily. I'm going to take a little bit more, put it on my forehead. Okay, that's enough. So, as I said, it has a strong smell of tea tree oil. It is a bit oily, but it says it's going to add like a healthy glow to your face. Other than that, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It feels fine so far. It's not making me as red as the other primer did in the other video I did, where I did a Mina, and that primer made my face really red, and it made it really break out. I think I put too much of the oil on, so I'm just gonna take a towel and just damp it down a small bit. Just damp it down all over, just a little bit. Just to take a little bit of excess off. Okay. So I actually bought the primer at a reduced price for €4. So that's the primer done. So next after primer is foundation. Okay, so the shade is Golden Beige, and it's called All Day Liquid Foundation. It's long lasting, medium coverage, and this was €10. There is quite a couple of different foundation types in H&M. So like I bought the liquid foundation long lasting, but there was a couple of others available, like I don't know, was there dewy, and then it says there was some that were only like 12 hours. So I went for the all day liquid foundation. So this is what the foundation looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead. I think I wet my sponge too much. I'm just going to dry it off a bit. So now I'm just going to go in, take my beauty blender and just tap it on. This is the exact same how I would put on my other foundation that I use every day. I'd usually use Maybelline every day. So I'm just going to keep stamping this in. I would definitely say that this is medium coverage like it says, because you can still see a few things through the foundation. You can still see a bit of redness underneath. So it doesn't completely cover everything. I'm also going to bring it down my neck just to have it blended out. So this is how it's looking so far. It's looking a bit cakey, okay. I do think I will go in with a brush afterwards because I'm finding it a bit hard to blend out. I feel like that's looking a bit better after the brush blending it out now. I'm just doing circular motions to blend it out. I think that's looking a bit better. It's a bit better blended. As I said, I do think this is only a medium coverage like it says. It says only medium because you can still see a bit of redness on my cheeks. So I'm just going to go in, back into the foundation and just put it on my forehead. Okay, so I have everything blended out now. I will say I'm quite surprised considering the primer was an oily primer, how much it's emphasizing any texture on my face. I thought it would have blended out a bit better. I did find this foundation hard to blend. I find that I'm sticking to anything that I can stick to. I think it does what it says really. It's a medium coverage foundation. You can still see a bit of redness. I did find it hard to blend out, and I do find it's emphasizing any texture I have. So, moving on to concealer. This is the Cover Up concealer. I don't know how much this was. So I'm just going to apply it under my eyes like how I would always apply my concealer. I think I got this in a shade a bit darker than what I should have gotten. I'm still just going to apply this all over my eyes, or just underneath my eyes. Again, I'm finding with this applicator, I think it's a bit small again. So I'm finding you're constantly having to go back in to get more on the applicator. It's a small applicator, that's all it is. And just to show you a picture of the packaging, that's what it looks like. So now I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to take my brush to blend this out. Again, I'm just going to do this in circular motions. I do think this concealer is a bit cakey. I've only had that on a few seconds and I feel like it's sinking into any lines I have underneath my eyes. I also think there's a bit of a discoloration under my eye. Like if I'm tired, my eyes will go like a bluey, purpley, green colour right under my eyes. So I think there's a bit like of green coming through in here. I don't think it's showing up on camera, but I feel like I can see it in the mirror. And that's not what I wanted to do. And I also feel like it's not sinking in there. That's kind of like taking the foundation off. So I might go in with a little bit more. Again, on the outside of the concealer, it doesn't say full coverage or anything. It just says cover up. I think that's the best we're going to get. You can still see redness underneath. I do feel like over this side where I haven't blended it out, I feel like it's out oxidizing. So I'm just going to go in, blend it out now. Just going to go back in and blend it all out with my beauty blender like I did over on this side. Yeah, I feel like it's sinking into my lines underneath my eyes that I have. I'm actually going to set this now with the Perfectionist Finishing Powder Smoothing Effect Matte Finish. This is €10. So this is like setting powder, but it's actually just a compact powder. And as I said, it was €10, and this is what it looks like. That's just the packaging on the outside, and then you open it, you have a mirror, and that's your powder there. So I'm just going to get a brush, and I'm just going to dip it in, and I'm just going to set under my eyes and all over my face. I do feel like this is doing a nice job at setting. I feel like I'm looking a bit cakey. It could be the foundation or maybe the concealer. Definitely, I do think this would be beginner friendly makeup if it was for a teenager who was just starting to get into makeup. But as I said, there's a couple of different foundations they H&M have, so you definitely need to look at them, see what foundations they have, and see what would suit your what you like as your foundation. The powder, I don't see anything wrong with powder. It's set it. I feel like I am looking cakey, but that wouldn't be the powder's fault. Because I just think it's this foundation. It's not great foundation. Again, it was only a tenner though. And as I said, I do think this makeup would be suitable so far for anybody who was just starting to get into makeup. So if you had a 12-year-old looking to get into makeup, I think this would be perfect for them. So moving on, this is the Solaire Flare Bronzing Powder Sun Kiss Glow, and it was €10. So most of these products are about €10. So I'm going to guess the concealer was about €10 as well. So this is the outside of the packaging. There we go. It's Sheer Tan Solaire Flare Bronzing Powder. So again, when you open it, this is what it looks like, and that's what the bronzing powder looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and start bronzing. As I always do, I'm just going to start in here. As I always do in my bronzing, I always do in circular motions. That is definitely adding like a bronze to my face. So I'm just going to do the other side now. Okay, that's not looking bad. So I'm just going to do my forehead and under my chin. I think I might just do under my chin. Go, we're looking sculpted. It is a bit orangey, I will say that. So when you're going for bronzer, you want something that will make you look bronzed, not orangey. And I feel like this is making me look kind of orangey. Again, as I say, I think this would be makeup suitable for somebody just starting out in makeup. It's not terrible for the price point. If you're someone looking for makeup cheap and that worked in some way, I do think this would be like affordable makeup. Again, nearly all of the products are €10, so it's not terrible. This is the Pure Radiance Powder Blush, Sheer Coverage, Luminous Finish, and this was €10. As I said, nearly all products in this range are €10. The packaging for the blush is actually really cute. It's like a hexagon shade, and when you open it, you have your mirror on the inside, and then you have your blush. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply this. So now I'm just going to apply that on my face. I feel like there's not a lot of pigment in this blush, but it gives you more like a glow than looking like blush, which is something that I don't like. I really don't like blush when it has highlighter in it or shimmer. I feel like it emphasizes the texture on my face. It is finally building up, but I had to really dig in to get this to show up. It is a bit even now on the other side, so I'm going to go back and using my powder blush to just blend that out. Again, it's €10. It's not terrible. You really have to dig the brush in though to get it to show up. I'm just going to go back in with the blush that I used for the powder, just to blend it out a bit more. Okay, I do think that blended it out a bit. Okay. You know, the pigment is there. I just felt like it took a while for it to build up to get it to where it is. So next we are going to move on to eyeshadow. So most of the eyeshadow I bought at reduced price for €2. So I will show you what I have. This is called Canon Clay. It's a maroon brown shade. And this is called, what is it called? Colibri. And this is a baked shadow and it's a green shade. The first two eyeshadows that I just showed you were €2. The next eyeshadow that I'm showing you was €1. I bought these all reduced, and this shade is called Let It Shine, and it's a nice shimmery shade. It's kind of like white with glittery gold in it. The next eyeshadow that I'm going to show you is called Secret Sphinx, and this was €2. And this is just like a crease shade. And the next eyeshadow that I'm going to show you is called Palm Springs, and it's a brown shine. It's like I wouldn't call it glitter. It's like a metallic. So I'm gonna start with using with this shade for all over the crease, and that's called Secret Sphinx. So I'm just going to start with this shade all over the crease. There is a lot of fallout with this eyeshadow. I actually there's a I don't think it's showing up on camera, but I can see here in the mirror that it only added like a little bit of a shade. It's not really pigmented, so what I'm actually doing is I'm just putting it all over my eye to set the concealer. But as I said, there's a lot of fallout. So I'm going to go into this shade next. It's like the brown maroon colour. So now I'm going to put this all over my crease. So now this shade is definitely really pigmented. It is blending out. As I said, there's a lot of fallout in these shadows. But they are blending fairly easily. Okay, so that one definitely was pigmented compared to the first shade that I used. I think next, I won't use this big green colour. Maybe I might put it underneath actually. I think I'm going to go in with this one anyway, and just put it in the middle of my eye. So I'm just going to take that on my brush. I'm going to apply it like this first. That is really pretty, and I'm not using anything on the brush, no setting spray or anything, and it's actually showing up really nicely. However, there is a lot of fallout. Oh my god, you can see it all over my face, all the fallout. I'm just going to apply a little bit more. Okay, and now I'm going to take my compact brush again and just brush that off. However, it has left a load of glitter all over my face and all over my top, which is great. Thankfully it did sweep all away, except for on my cheeks it left a lot of glitter. And that's how the eyeshadow is looking. There's a lot of fallout. So next I'm just going to take a small brush and just going to dip it into this shade and put this on my inner corner. And it's definitely a nice inner corner highlight. Yeah, it's really added a nice inner corner highlight. I really like that. So I'm just going to go back in and do the same on this side. Just this time I'm going to take my towel and put it across my jumper and hold it in place so that when anything falls out it'll catch on this, because we don't want the same thing to happen again. So again, there is a really nice pigment off of the glitter eyeshadow. The only thing is there is a lot of fallout. But it is a really nice shade. So I'm just going to go back in with the inner corner highlight shade. I'm going to do this up here for highlight, up on my brow bone. Yeah, I think that's a really nice highlight. I'm actually going to take a wipe and just wipe over this side because I went up too high over on this side. So I'm just going to go back into that. I might just take whatever is on the brush and blend it out. I'm actually going to go back into the shade and just do one tap and knock it off. That's better. And I'm just going to go back into the highlight shade again to just highlight my brow bone. Okay, so now that we're done with eyeshadow, I'm just going to take this brow pencil and do my eyebrows, and this brow pencil was €5. I'm just going to brush my eyebrows up. So this eyebrow pencil is a really dark shade, but I do think it suits my eyebrows. I usually go for a brown, maybe a dark brown. I think I can get away with this, but I feel like it's looking a bit ashy maybe. I'm just going to brush it through. Yeah, I feel like that's not looking too bad comparing this eyebrow to this one. It's filled in a lot more. Okay, so I feel like the eyebrows are looking okay. It's not a terrible pencil. I feel like it did an okay job, so I don't actually have anything bad to say about that one. The next thing is mascara, and this is the Best Girlfriend Mascara Classic Volume and Curl, and this was €10. So this is what the mascara looks like. It's not the prettiest packaging, but that will depend on how it works. So this is the side done. Come here to that side. It added a bit of volume to my lashes. I don't think it did anything major. I always prefer the Benefit Bad Gal Bang, because I feel like that really lengthens my eyelashes. It did add volume to them, but I don't feel like it did anything for curling, and it added a bit of volume though. So now I'm just going to do this side. I do feel like this mascara, it's a very like thick mascara. There you can see it on this side. I think a better way of saying a thick mascara is that it's a bit chunky, that you can see it on your eyelashes, which isn't something you want. You don't want to really be able to see it and you don't want to be able to tell that you're wearing eyelash or mascara. Okay, so that's it for mascara. It's not a terrible mascara. I don't know, I think there's better out there again. It's only a tenner. As I said, I do think this H&M makeup would be better for someone that is just starting out in makeup, or if you don't have the money. Again, nearly everything is only €10 each, which you will save a lot of money compared to, I do think drugstore brands are going up a bit in price. So lastly, it is just lip products. So I have a matte lip cream and sheer lip colour. Oh yeah, so this is actually a moisturiser for your lips, and this is €10 again. So that's the colour. So this actually does feel really nice on lips, and here we go. Here what it says is moisturizing formula, shea butter and hyaluronic acid. It's a new formula, so I think it's meant to be a moisturizer, not like a lipstick or anything. It actually feels quite nice, and it feels really hydrating. So I'm actually going to take this off, and then I'm going to try on the matte lip cream. So now the matte lip cream is in the shade Lips, which is a brownie nude shade. And this was €10 again. Okay. So this is the shade of the lip cream, and this should finish in a matte. Okay, so that is the finished look. I feel like this lip cream, it is very comfortable on the lips. It's really scented. That's how I would put it, is that it's really scented. To the point where you can almost taste the scent in your mouth. It's comfortable. It is drying down matte. I do think this would be a shade for autumn or winter to wear. I do think the eyeshadows blended out really nice. The shimmer one had a lot of fallout. The mascara, it did add volume. I don't think it did a lot. The bronzer was very orangey. The blush, it was slow. And I had to really dig my brush into it to get it to show up. The primer, it was nice. I would say that it felt really nice on my skin. The foundation, it's definitely not a favourite foundation. The concealer, I do feel like it's sitting into my lines underneath my eyes. I think that's everything. The brow product wasn't bad actually. I do think it did a good job on my eyebrows. I think that's everything. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this finished look. Thanks, guys.